Coming to you from the Big Island of Hawaii, it's the Songs and Stories Podcast. And now, here's your host, Steve Roby.
Aloha, and welcome to another Songs and Stories Podcast. I'm Steve Roby from Big Island Music Magazine, and joining me on the phone right now is Big Island singer and songwriter Ronnie V. Aloha, Ronnie.
Aloha, brother Steve. Nice to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, my pleasure. It's always good to talk to you. I always learn something new. Always love to hear that great voice of yours.
Likewise, my friend. Likewise. Nice to be here.
Hey, you've got a new album coming out on Friday, July 1st. It's called Family Style. Let's talk about your debut album. It's a big occasion.
It is a big occasion. It is, it's the debut album for my group here on the Big Island called the Family Band. And Family Style seemed like an appropriate title. That's just how we kind of put everything together, kind of by the seat of our pants. And it's always changing, and it's beautiful. You know, it's really nice to get together with the people and the players that I have. I love this album. For me, it's really beautiful because it's the first album that I wrote and produced all myself, which is really kind of amazing. You know, a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into it. And I'm really excited to be able to put it out and share it with the people around the Big Island and around the world, essentially.
Hey, we're going to play a few sneak preview tracks from it. But before we do that, how long did it take to put together? And were there any delays with a pandemic going on? I'm sure there was something. There's a story there.
Oh man. Yeah. You know, and I'm sure every artist you talk to, you know, during these past couple of years has a litany of stories about delays caused by the pandemic. And this project really came together. You know, the ideas for it started 4 or 5 years ago, really. I've been playing with the Family Band now for about 7 years. And it wasn't too long after the core of the group really got formed that we started talking about recording. You know, I was writing new songs and there was new ideas that I really wanted to put down. And the last album I had recorded prior to that, I think, was 2014 while I was over on Oahu. So, you know, there was all kinds of ideas just kind of sitting there. And I never really feel like I can let them go until I record them. You know, that's when they're kind of finalized. Yeah. You know, they're constantly changing until that point, I think. And so obviously we had planned to record in 2019. The end of 2019, we started doing rehearsals for the album with the idea to record it in early 2020. And the pandemic really changed that drastically. Obviously, you know, the album itself kind of went to the back burner as we started to be concerned about ourselves and each other and the state of the world and just in general. So the album kind of went to the back burner. And I know that's true, not just for me, but for a lot of people. And then somewhere during all of that, it resurfaced that it was important to kind of put this stuff out. Now there was some new songs that I had written during the pandemic, you know, that really I needed to get off of my chest. And so you'll find a few of those on there for sure. And there's a few older ones that I had written and never recorded before. And a couple of tunes on there that I had wrote while I was living on Oahu and didn't have a chance to record with some great songwriters that I worked with over there too. So it's exciting. I'm excited to put it out.
Yeah. Who do you have playing on it? I'm sure you got a host of people there.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Family Band varies, you know, from anywhere from me by myself up to 9 people, potentially from time to time. So on the album, I have my good friend, Mr. Fish, who's one of my best friends in the world. And I've been playing with him, Jason Fisher, for about 15 years. So even before I moved to Oahu and then back to Kona, we'd always kind of played music together. And he's my harmonica man. And then I have Miss Shawn Elise on there, and she's a violinist and does a bunch of great vocal work on the album with me also. Mr. Fish also does some vocal harmonies. And then I have Jerry the Bear Adams on percussion. He's just the root of everything smooth and easy with the Family Band. We got Mr. Makalani Stone on the bass guitar, also root and heavy and meaningful, what he brings to the group. And then also the good Dr. Kevin Snow, the Snowman, is my mandolin player. And he adds a little bit of vocal harmony too on there. And then the final piece on the album was kind of a last minute addition. She had played a few gigs with us and the band had kind of asked me as we were getting ready to go record, literally the week before, if I would ask if she would come in and do some lead and slide guitar parts with the group. And that's Miss Lauren Broido.
Oh, yeah.
And she is truly just amazing. She really encapsulates the style that I hear in my head with the lead guitars And adding in the slide guitar too is just so beautiful, and it's such a great honor. I asked her, I wasn't sure if she was going to want to be on the album or not. She'd only played a couple of times with us before, and she said she would be happy to. So she kind of came in a little bit cold into the recording sessions and ended up really capturing some beautiful things on there that I don't think the songs would be the same without listening to them.
Yeah, she's incredible. Yeah. I've seen
She
her in a
really
couple
is.
of
She's
shows.
72. Yeah, 72 years old, and she's got just a world of knowledge and experience under her belt, and subsequently ended up joining the band after the recording session. So it's been great to have her on ever since.
Wow,
it's great.
That's great. Good news. Yeah, a good player.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let's play a track from the album, Family Style.
Perfect.
What should we pull up first?
I would like to listen first, I think, to my favorite song on the album, which is called "It Ain't Easy." And it's really kind of like the trials and tribulations of not letting the evils of the world suck you down the rabbit hole, and being nice to everybody you meet along the way, because you don't know where they've been or what they've been through or what they're going through. And we all know we've all been through it. So better to just be nice, because we all know it ain't easy.
What a great lead. And here it is now.
I've walked ain't been easy. Dreams come at night ain't always good, but I try to put my best foot forward, take the high road every chance that I could. It ain't easy, it ain't easy be a good man in a world gone bad. It ain't easy, it ain't easy, but I try to do the best that I can. Many years in a dusty barroom ain't ever really done me no good. Well, there's fist fights, late nights, barmaids that never seen the light. The hangover seemed to last for 30 years. It ain't easy, it ain't easy be a good man in a world gone bad. It ain't easy, it ain't easy, but I try to do the best that I can. Whiskey bottom calling me again. A warm welcome back, my old friend, to the shit show no one knows. Fire him up and watch him go way back to his old and rowdy ways. It ain't easy, it ain't easy be a good man in a world gone bad. someday I will see the light and realize then that it's not the night. And I will climb the mountain high and sing my song. Until then, here we go again. It ain't easy, it ain't easy to be a good man in a world gone bad. It ain't easy, no, it ain't easy, but I try to do the best that I can. It ain't easy, it ain't easy to be a good man in a world gone bad. It ain't easy, Lord, it ain't easy, but I try to do the best that I can.
Okay, and we're back on the Songs and Stories podcast. My guest today is Ronnie V of the Ronnie V and the Family Band, and we're going to hear another track. Ronnie, what do you want to hear next?
Okay, next, although we do have a lot of really nice up-tempo stuff on the album, I think I'd like to keep it kind of down-tempo, because the other song that I really, really touches my heart on it is called Dig My Hole. And it's kind of like a requiem, really. It's like the whole album has kind of an underlying concept that starts in the beginning with an instrumental tune called Big Martha. And then it goes through the trials and tribulations of love and life and loss, and then finishes, the last song on the album is this one here, Dig My Hole. And it's really just kind of a reminder to reap all of the fruits of the plants that you have sown before you're gone. Don't leave a big mess for everybody, and make sure that, you're tending to yourself and taking care of yourself and all the things you need to take care of while you're here, so that nobody else has to really clean up your mess after you're gone, And so it's really what it is. It's a requiem.
A song with a message, indeed, yeah. Here's Dig My Hole with Ronnie V on Songs and Stories.
Will I dig my hole out in the garden? I dig my hole by the side of the creek, and the cold winds blow down from the mountain, and I dig my hole just to save my soul. Will I live my life not for the glory, and I'd give my life for the truth I see. When the truth be told, we'll reach the garden, so I dig my hole just to save my soul. Please lay me down out in the valley. Please lay me down by the mango tree, cold waters flow down from the mountain. And I dig my hole just to save my soul. Well, I dig my hole out in the garden. I dig my hole by the side of the creek. And the cold winds blow down from the mountain. So I dig my hole just to save my soul. Yeah, I dig my hole to save my soul. Yeah, I dig my hole just to save my soul.
And we're back on Songs and Stories with Ronnie V, and he's got a brand new album coming out July 1st, Friday, July 1st. It's called Family Style. And Ronnie, it's been great having you on the Songs and Stories podcast, but I'm not going to let you go yet. Tell me, what have you got in the works? Any future albums on the horizon?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm trying to really get the most out of this year, 2022, because it finally feels like we're back in full swing. And I have 2 more albums I'm trying to launch by the end of the year. It's a little ambitious, but we'll see how it goes. The first one is a trio, it's called The Trio. And it features myself playing, rhythm guitar and singing. And then, of course, the amazing Miss Lauren Broido again on lead and slide guitar.
Nice.
And then another amazing player that I met just through circumstance by the name of Nelly Kovalev, who is a violinist, and she lives in Oregon, in Portland. She plays with the Portland Symphony Orchestra, and she was the director for the Portland Ballet Symphony for a long time, although I'm not sure if she's still doing that. But she's really, truly, one of the greatest artists, performers I've ever played with. Her ear is just amazing, and I was able to get her and Lauren into my small recording studio on a rainy night here in Kona at the end of last year. And the 3 of us just sat down, and there wasn't really an itinerary. There wasn't really a plan. I didn't tell them what we were going to record. I didn't know what we were going to record right before they walked in the door. I wrote down a few songs that I'd like to tap on, and we ended up recording 6 tracks.
Wow.
Which was amazing. 2 of them I wrote, and then 4 of them I didn't write. They were, cover songs. And so I kind of recorded that with them, and I wasn't sure what to do with it, and Nelly was like, well, why don't you just release it? I was like, well, I didn't write most of these songs. So she's like, well, how do you get licensed to write? And I was like, or to record them. I said, I wasn't sure. So I started doing a little research and came to find out that it really wasn't that difficult. And it didn't really cost a lot of money. Being a smaller artist in a smaller market, it was really not that expensive at all. And so I applied for licensing to record the songs that I didn't write. There's a Bob Dylan tune on there. There's an Elizabeth Cotten tune, a Lefty Frizzell song, and then also a Cab Calloway tune on there. And so I was able to receive licensing to record and to put them all out. So that's really exciting. I'd never thought to do that in my whole life. All I've ever recorded is original music. So that's exciting.
Got an idea of when that might be coming out?
I'm hoping that one comes out in the early fall, end of summer, early fall. I'm in the mixing process on that one right now. And so hopefully I can put that out, by the early fall. And then, the long awaited in my mind that I've been working on for many years, Ronnie V solo album, I'm hoping to have out by Christmas time.
Wow.
And that's where I'll be recording. And I've already recorded many of them and playing all of the instruments on some of my favorite songs that I've written myself over the years. So playing, writing, recording, and performing all the instruments. So that's exciting. That's another project I've had on the pot for a while,
You're a busy guy.
Okay, trying to stay that way.
and if you're not recording, you're playing the Kona club scene.
All over the place. Wherever they let us play, we play there a lot,
That's
Got
great.
a lot of fun stuff coming up.
Where can folks stream or purchase the new album Family Style?
What I would hope, obviously, if you go to my website, there's links there where you can buy it. And that website is RonnieVmusic.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what I'd like to say to the listeners is if you go to Bandcamp, which is one of the places that I'm launching the album, and you go to RonnieV.bandcamp.com, and you can purchase the album there. It's $10. And Bandcamp is amazing because they give the artist 85% of the money from the sale, which is unheard of in the digital world almost.
I know.
Yeah, so
you get like a penny on Spotify. Maybe.
I know. Yeah. If you stream 1,000 times on Spotify, it gets you a penny. But obviously, you can stream and you can buy it on all of your favorite platforms too: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, YouTube, wherever you listen to music. Anywhere. I think we're launching it on 60 different streaming services, all simultaneously. So it'll be available on all those places also. But if you really want to buy it and you want to help support the artist who produced it, I would go to Bandcamp or right to the website, RonnieVmusic.com. There's a link there. And send you there.
And you also have it on CD as well, too, right?
Yes, I am. I have some hard copy CDs made. And, it's kind of really these days, I think it's just kind of for the collectors, and I've been contemplating doing some vinyl presses, which is coming back into fashion, as you and me talk about records from time to time.
I'm already drooling, Ronnie.
Yeah. And so, those seem to be more popular and easier to produce than ever before. So, but I'll definitely have some hard copies available starting July 1st with our big album release party down at Willie's Hot Chicken. Right around sundown, and then I'll have them available at my gigs, as needed.
Okay, so you're going to be playing Willie's Hot Chicken on Friday, July 1st with a release party?
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Release party. And, it's kind of special, too, because it'll be one of the first times that I have all of the group together. Our fiddle player, Sean, has been spending the majority of the year in Alaska. But she'll be coming back for the party, and it'll be nice to have everybody there together. The goal, we'll see if it pulls off, is to play the whole album from beginning to end in order that night. So I'm looking forward to that.
How cool is that? Wow. Yeah. Willie's Hot Chicken, July 1st. Head on down
Friday night.
Head on down to see Ronnie V and the Family Band debuting the new album, Family Style. And anything else you'd like to add, Ronnie, before we go?
I'm just happy. It's just nice to be able to put this album out there and kind of give back to Kona. They've been supporting the Family Band here for many years, ever since we got started. And we've kind of built up here on the Big Island. And it's just nice to be able to give this back a little bit. Have something people can turn on whenever they're in the mood for a little Ronnie V and the Family Band.
Anytime is a good time.
That's right.
All right, Ronnie. Aloha. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Hey, Stephen, thank you so much. And thank you so much for what you do, helping out all the great musicians and artists here on the Big Island, spreading the word about what they're doing and all the great events that we have here. It wouldn't be the same without the input that you're adding in for all of us. Thank you.
Wow, that's very nice, Ronnie. Thank you. Mahalo.
Aloha, my friend.
Thanks for listening to the Songs and Stories podcast. Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. We'll see you next week on Songs and Stories. Aloha.